My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. This is the only channel dedicated to UFC fight picks and DraftKings lineups run by MMA insiders and professional fighters. Every week, I join Dan Kramer and Nick Newell, two longtime professional fighters that have fought at the highest levels on the planet, as well as Jacob Lyons, a skinny kid from Indiana. So join us every single week for our full fight card breakdowns, our individual fight card breakdowns, our betting guide, and our DraftKings lineups. Next up at UFC Vegas 26, we have the new main event of the evening. We have Marina Rodriguez versus Michelle Karate Hottie Waterson. And this is a fun one. This really should be a fun fight. Two primary strikers for the most part. Very different styles, very different striking sort of abilities, but they are two primary strikers. Marina knocked out your girl, Jacob. Just absolutely knocked out Amanda Ribas. Michelle Waterson has beat some of the best to do it. I think this is a much, much, much closer fight than the odds say and then DraftKings say. Dan, what are your thoughts here? Do you agree that this is closer than the odds and the DraftKings prices?
Yeah, I think this is going to be, this is one of those main events where I've gotten away from taking both lately, but this might be one where you take both, especially in a single entry cash game lineup. I think this is going to be a full-on striking match, probably a ton of points from both. I will say, though, Marina Rodriguez has more finishing power, so she is somewhat live for a finish. I think she's the pick. I'm going to take her. I just think, if you look at who Rodriguez beat, right? She beat Ribas. That was a huge upset. But she also beat Tisha Torres. That's a legitimate win against a very, very good striker in the division. And where she struggled was against grapplers. People were trying to Calvillo and Carla Esparza. They gave her trouble. I don't see Waterson being that type of matchup unless she switches something up and comes up with a new game plan. I think they're both going to go out there and bang. And I think it's going to be a ton of DraftKings points. I just think Marina Rodriguez hits a little harder, is a little bit better. I think she's going to win the fight. But from a DraftKings standpoint, man, $7,000 is pretty cheap for a 5-round fight on somebody else. So I don't know. I'm considering doubling it up. Ever since I had a few 6-0 lineups, I've kind of strayed away from that. But I think that might be the right thing to do in a cash game lineup, at least.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting how cheap Waterson is, but I see it a little different. So it definitely striker versus striker. I completely agree that Marina Rodriguez has the finishing ability, right? She has more power in her hands. She can definitely finish this fight. But I think Michelle Waterson is the more well-rounded fighter. And you mentioned Marina struggles with strikers. I think Michelle Waterson can make the adjustment.
Wrestlers.
Yeah, wrestlers. I'm sorry. I think Michelle Waterson can make the adjustment and can wrestle. She has wrestled in the past. She's won fights doing that. And I think she has more experience. I think she has the higher fight IQ, and she has more ways to win. I see her winning by either keeping the distance, that weird karate style striking that we just talked about with Wonder Boy. It's a similar type style. She can make it weird and stay distance and jump in and jump out and win a decision with point striking, or she will grapple. And we've seen her grapple in the past. So I do have Michelle Waterson winning this fight. I think the experience, the fight IQ, and the ability to wrestle if she needs it is how she will win. And I have her in my DraftKings lineup because, as you said, $7,000, you just can't go wrong. She's not going to get knocked out in very quickly. She's even in the fight she loses, she's incredibly tough. She's incredibly durable. She continues to move forward, continues to fight, and she'll put some points up. So the strike line is, man, that's a solid strike line. I'm going to go more on Waterson for sure. I don't know what I'm going to do with Marina Rodriguez yet, but Jacob, what are your thoughts here? Who do you think wins, and what do you think of that strike line?
Yeah, I think me and you we had talked Monday about this fight leading up to this card before we really started digging into it. And I think that Marina's going to run through Michelle, but at the same time, you mentioned how tough Michelle is. She hasn't been finished by a TKO since 2009. And she's fought pretty much everyone in that division that can finish people, with Rose and Tisha and Joanna, Carla Esparza. So she's fought all those people and fought them tough. So I think that Marina is going to run through. I think that she's going to win the fight. But at $7,000, like we've talked about earlier, I don't like a lot of underdogs on this card. It was a struggle to find a lock of the week, even though, Neil Magny is definitely going to dominate the fight. So, and this is one of those, you mentioned it, Rodriguez beat Ribas. I got to find some revenge for Amanda. I got to do something for Amanda to get revenge for her. So I'm putting Michelle Waterson in my lineup to get revenge on that Amanda Ribas loss. But I think Marina wins the fight. But I just think Michelle is tough enough that, and like you mentioned, her grappling ability is pretty good. So if she finds herself on top in a scramble, she can submit people. So I like Michelle to be able to withstand, to go the whole 5 rounds, even if she loses. I think this is one of those rare times. Usually I'm very confident, and I think every single one of my underdogs is going to win the fight. This is the first time where I'm picking somebody I think is going to lose, but scoring enough points to be worth the value. So I think at $7,000, she's worth the value. I don't think she wins the fight. So that means she's probably going to win the fight at this point.
All right. So you literally talked out of both sides of your mouth there, but you're saying Marina Rodriguez.
No, I said, I mean, you guys do that. Every single week, you guys have a fight where you're like, I think this guy's going to win, but I'm going to pick
use the word like
value.
starch. I think she starches Michelle Waterson.
No, I think she runs through. I said earlier in the week, before we talked, before we dug into it, me and you had a conversation where I said she runs through it. And you were like, I don't know. You might want to look into it a little bit more. So I looked into it and I was like, yeah, Michelle never really gets finishes by TKOs, KOs. That's where I changed. That's why we do all this in-depth research. And I changed it to where for the first time in my life, I'm putting somebody in my lineup who I don't think is going to win the fight, but score enough points for the $7,000 value.
Well,
can you explain that to me again one more time?
I appreciate.
So basically,
that.
what I think is going to happen is Marina is going to. I think she's going to run through Michelle, but I think Michelle is tough enough to. She's not going to get taken.
I got you. I got you the first time, Jacob. Angelo just over here abusing his moderator privileges.
I'm not. I didn't mute him. People were like legitimately upset that I did that. But anyway, I appreciate, Jacob, that you take my feedback to heart. You might want to consider subscribing. I do this every single week. We provide some valuable insight and become a member and support the channel. And members,
I am a member. There's only one person up here that's not a member.
That is true, Dan. And
I sent you $100 on a whatever super chat last week.
Not what a member is. Explain what a member is.
Well, take 5 of it and make me a member.
No, that's not how it works, Dan.
I didn't want to admit that I didn't know where to click to be a member, so I just sent you.
Well, Angelo will explain
the super chat because it was easier.
Angelo will explain it right now.
Explain us how to do it, Angelo.
I'm in the middle of it. If you want to be a member of the channel, click the join button.
No, but actually explain it.
Click the join button below, and you can become a member.
Tell them about the if
don't
they
be a member. We don't need more members.
Tell them about the league.
I don't want members.
Tell them about the league.
Support the channel.
Tell them about the league. I'm serious.
I don't
tell them about the
members.
league with the 15 and the 30.
We are running out of money. I can't continue to give members money. Don't do it. The league.
Oh, man, now he's got to edit this out.
He's not going to edit it.
We have a free DraftKings league. Check the description below. Join the DraftKings league. It costs you nothing. Compete in the contest every single week. It costs you nothing. Take our advice, look at our lineups, make your own decisions, build a lineup. If you are a subscriber to the channel and you win the league, you win the contest that week, we will give you $15 cash money, Venmo, PayPal, however you take your money. If you are a member and you win, you will get $30 cash money, however you take your money.
If they want Bitcoin, will you do that?
$15 worth or $30 worth if you're a member? Absolutely.
What about Doge?
Doge?
Anyway, if you want to play the Monkey Knife Fight daily fantasy prop games, check out playmkf.com/wewantpicks. It is very easy and it is a ton of fun. You essentially say, do you think fighter A will land more or less significant strikes than the line that they set? And do you think fighter B will do the same? You pick your more, you pick your less, and you can triple your money. If you use promo code WWP on your first deposit, they will instantly match up to $100.
Angelo, hold on. Are you down with WWP?
Oh my God. Anyway, that is our full breakdown of UFC Vegas 26. Check out our full DraftKings breakdown with our lineups. Comment down below who you think wins. If you are a member, you can now use emojis. We have custom emojis for members. If you're commenting from a computer, check out those emojis and comment down below. We will see you on Saturday. Before you go, I just want to give a sincere thank you to all of our members and supporters. I just filmed a video like 2 hours ago, thanking all of you and walking through all the perks that you get for being a member, and new members signed up. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to thank you again and walk through those benefits very quickly. So specific thanks to Ansi Music, Chris Turano, David Ramon, Chris Chori, Donchichi, Jesse Correra, Lapuzza, Joe Todoro.
The live chat crew, the live stream.
Joe Todoro, Logan Garrick, X Sweet Spot X, Aaron Reynolds, Brent Hinson, Jill Loads, Jordan Burgard.
That's Big Don, baby.
Jacob's
Big
buddy.
Don.
Big Don.
And Juan Valdez. Sincere thank you to all of you guys. We appreciate it. Anybody out there who is not a member, click the join button below. It supports us. And in return, we'll hook you up with a Dan Kramer UFC Tops card, as long as those last. And our members who compete in our...
Flying like hotcakes.
And they're flying off the shelves. Nobody bought these things for 10 years, and now all of a sudden we're buying them up, giving them out to you. People have no idea what's
They're like
happening.
Pokemon cards.
The value is skyrocketing.
They're very popular all of a sudden again.
Because we're buying them all up. But any of our members who compete in our free DraftKings contest, you will win $30 if you win. If you are not a member, you can still win, but you will win $15. All right. Members get 30. Everybody else gets 15. Thank you so much. We're continuing to roll out new benefits. Members, when you're commenting on these videos, check out the emojis. You now have special emojis that only you can use. Thank you very much. It is genuinely appreciated. Thank you.